been a while since you and I've had a chance to speak. For folks who don't know this, how did we meet?
We first met when I was nominated for the Music Counts Teacher of the Year in 2022. So we had our first interview as one of the nominees for that award I think it was around March of 2022. And then the awards were held in May of that year. And I happened to be the recipient of the award that year.
You deserved it, my friend, and
Yeah.
congratulations. And just as we speak, as we are speaking, we are actually a couple of days away before they make the new announcement for 2026.
Yes.
Any advice you want to give for the nominees and the eventual winner?
Sure. My advice for the nominees is to just keep doing all of the great work that you're doing in your schools, in your community for the field of music education. It is such rewarding, such important work, and regardless of outcomes, to be nominated and recognized for your contributions is a great achievement, and to just keep doing the great work.
Absolutely. You keep doing the great work. Black
Yeah,
History Month.
yeah,
So you
thank you.
you contacted me and you let me know about these events that are going on. And usually I talk about one event. You, my friend, are behind one, two, three events. Do you not work hard enough throughout the year? Like you even during Black History Month has got to somehow dominate things. What is it with you, man?
Well, it's in my I really feel that it's important to amplify um, our music year round, not just during Black History Month, but year round. And for the past 3 years, since taking on this tenure stream position at the University of Toronto, I've curated this event, a celebration of Black history through music. And through the gospel choir curricular course that I run at the institution, students are learning about gospel music and its connections to various forms of popular music and its connections to various forms of other black music such as jazz, blues, hip hop, R&B. And so this event is one of my favorite events to plan and prepare for because it gives an opportunity for not only the students but the audience that attend the event to learn about very famous, popular, influential gospel or black musicians, their compositions, and how the music has evolved over time from the beginnings or the roots in African American spirituals all the way up to the contemporary traditional gospel music that we listen to today that's been influenced by so many artists. And so this year, we are very fortunate for the very first time to be inviting a guest artist, a guest soloist from out of the country, Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin, who is a soloist and scholar currently serving at Berklee College of Music. And so when we bring in guest artists at the university for these types of events or what we would call visiting artist residencies, it's important that the artist is engaged in not just one activity, but we get them involved in a number of activities while they're visiting for their residency period. And so for that reason, Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin is going to be engaged in these three events throughout the course of her residency here at the university.
Before we talk about the three events, one thing I want to make mention. Growing up, and I was blessed to be born in the early 60s, 70s, 80s. When I was growing up, the most popular artists all came from gospel. The most powerful, the most passionate,
Yeah.
all in some way came from gospel. You're shaking your head because you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, the list goes on. Ray Charles, the list goes on.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's an amazing thing that maybe people today don't realize that the most gifted artists from the children all sang in gospel. So let's get to these events. What's the first event that's going to be going? We're going to do it as one, two, three.
Sure.
Event number one. What's happening with event number one? Where is it, and what's it going to be like?
Sure. The very first event is on Thursday, February the 5th, 2026. It's going to be held right here at the Faculty of Music at the University of Toronto, Walter Hall. It is a two-session event starting off at 6:30, from 6:30 to 7:30. It is the legacy of African American music, a lecture that is exploring the history of and the evolution of African American music, starting with spirituals and its development from spirituals to ragtime, jazz, blues, R&B, soul. So Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin is going to really take the audience on this historical journey of how these various forms of Black American music have evolved, where they started from, and how they've evolved over time, and how they're connected to each other. And so that's going to be the first part of the event. We will be breaking for intermission at 7:30 with some light refreshments, and then the second half of the evening is the lecture recital event starting at 8 p.m. Also at Walter Hall. And for that portion of the evening, as I mentioned earlier, Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin will be discussing specifically from a vocal standpoint what are the stylistic nuances of singing in the gospel style. What are the stylistic nuances of singing in the blues style? What are the stylistic nuances of singing in the soul style? Really educating audiences about what it takes stylistically to authentically perform in these various styles of Black American music. And she'll be integrating each of those small lecture segments with a performance of a song from each of those genres. And so she won't just be talking about it, but the audience will have an opportunity to hear her demonstrate as she performs, a jazz ballad, for example, or a gospel song or an R&B song, accompanied by one of our very own Toronto gospel musicians, Courtney Fraser, on piano. And so we're really excited about that event and the interaction that will take place at that event. The
Now,
second, yeah.
I was just going to ask you, because let's now go to the second event.
Sure. The second event will be a vocal master class, which will be happening on Friday, February the 6th at 3:15 to 4:30 p.m. Also here at the Faculty of Music Edward Johnson Building at University of Toronto. For this event, Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin will have an opportunity to work with about 4 to 5 vocal students here at the Faculty of Music. Each student is coming prepared with a song that they have prepared in a different style of Black music, and she's going to have some one-on-one time to coach, to provide feedback and to provide coaching on the spot, live coaching in front of an audience, and then to give them an opportunity to apply that coaching, that vocal technique, that stylistic feedback to their performance, and to perform again to see how they are able to make those changes to their performance to make their performance more stylistically authentic. And so it's a great opportunity with that particular masterclass session for both the students to learn directly from Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin, but also for the audience to watch in real time as she works one-on-one with them, almost like they're having a private lesson, but in front of an audience, and seeing the transformation in the student's voice and how they perform the song that they're working on in that masterclass session.
Now, one thing before we go to the third one, this is very important because a lot of times, you're in a group, you're in a choir, so you can kind of hide when you're with everybody.
Yeah.
The other thing too is a lot of people will tend to sing on Zoom, YouTube, and things like that. There is nothing like having a renowned expert as your teacher, and two, which is even more important, in front of an audience so you
Yes.
can project off of them. That makes a massive difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one thing I should mention that all of these events are actually hybrid events. And so for individuals that are interested in attending, if you can't come down in person, you can certainly register for the online experience, and you'll have an opportunity to watch the live stream either in real time, or if for some reason you have a conflict in your schedule, once you receive the link for the live stream, you can always go back to that link at any time that is appropriate, or anytime you're available, and you can watch the archived video of the event at your leisure.
All right, let's get to number three.
Yeah. So the third event is our third annual celebration of Black history through music, which is our culminating concert performance for the University of Toronto Faculty of Music Gospel Choir course here at the faculty. So this is an evening that is filled, a full evening of gospel music where the students in the course are presenting all the repertoire that they've learned throughout the course of the academic year. A variety of gospel music ranging from African American spirituals to traditional gospel to contemporary gospel. We have a couple of surprises this year for the first time, things that we haven't done in previous concerts, such as a song that intersects gospel with hip hop, or going back to the Caribbean and bringing out some of those elements of Caribbean music and bringing them into our repertoire. And so we're really excited about this year's event. In addition to having Dr. Trinice Robinson Martin as our guest soloist for the event this year, we are also pleased to be welcoming Nifty as our guest rapper for the event. We are also pleased to be welcoming Tanya Charles, who is our guest violinist for the event. So we'll have a couple of pieces with live violin playing. And then we also have Desiree D, who has been our accompanist and our musical director for the gospel choir for the last several years. She's going to be leading the five-piece rhythm section, gospel rhythm section for the event.
Sounds amazing. And may I say too that I'm so glad you said Caribbean and not Caribbean. I hate when people say Caribbean. It was Caribbean. It should be Caribbean and should remain Caribbean. But that's a whole nother story I'll deal over at the summer. How do we get involved with this? Are there tickets? Can we donate to the cause? Can we do any of these things? What can we do?
Absolutely. The best way, the first two events, the Thursday lecture and lecture recital and the Friday vocal masterclass, are both free events to the public, but they do require registration, and so folks can access these events by going to the Faculty of Music event page at music.utoronto.ca/events. I'll repeat that again: music.utoronto.ca/events. On that event page, there is a drop down menu for ensembles. And if you just click on gospel choir from that drop down list of ensembles, all of these events that are related to the gospel music programming here at the faculty, they will all come up, and you can just click on any of the events that you're interested in, and the information to register or to purchase tickets for the events will be available there. The
Fantastic.
Saturday evening concert is a ticketed event. It will be held at the Lyric Theater at the Meridian Arts Center in North York. And tickets are available through the Ticketmaster box office. Again, you can either search the Ticketmaster website for the event, A Celebration of Black History Through Music, or, as I previously mentioned, if you access the event page at the University of Toronto Faculty of Music webpage, you can also find the event there and access the link to purchase tickets there as well.
Lots of parking and subway access, very easy.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if it's cold or whatever else, you can get in and out and you will be good. Before we go, any more plans on anything that's going to be going on with you for 2026? And is there a chance, because the Junos are happening in Hamilton,
Yeah.
you think you might stop by?
Yeah, great. You know what? I definitely am hoping to attend the Junos this year. The last few years, it has been outside of the province, and just with it lining up with my teaching schedule here at the faculty, it's been really difficult to get away. But certainly, it's much more accessible being in Hamilton, which is not too far from Toronto, and so I'm really excited about this year's Junos. Really excited to hear about the nominees for the Teacher of the Year this year. I always follow it as a past recipient. It's always exciting to see who the nominees are and who ends up receiving the award each year. And so really excited about that. And in terms of other events, we're just right now really focusing on preparing for this upcoming concert and residency events. But we are also excited that we've recently released our debut recording with the Faculty of Music Gospel Choir. called "Do You See Them," which we will be performing at the event live in a couple of weeks. So you don't want to miss that. And certainly feel free to check out the University of Toronto Faculty of Music Gospel Choir on any of the digital platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Our debut single, Do You See Them," was released in November of 2025.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
know what? There's a reason why you won.
Yeah.
So, and you're keeping it going. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for these events and helping to help celebrate Black History Month. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much, really. Great to see you again.